Hello and welcome back to Quest for Glory 2, Trial by Fire, playing as the thief character. Alright, so we did a little training of our lockpicking, like I said, and doing that work does a remarkably good job of increasing our agility as well, and we were sneaking the whole time, so all those are decently built up. We got to bed kind of late, and working ourselves that much does drop our health, so that's gone down a bit, but the poet Omar will thrill all who hear with his words of song after the setting of the sun in our own inn. There isn't a lot that needs to be done today. There we go. Give dinar. Okay, give set time. There we go. Let's start off by just popping over to see our astrologer friend. Hello. It's good your turn. There's much I need to tell you. Alas, never before have I read such troubling signs as those which guide you. Your future is very dark. Ask about signs. The planet Salim has been missing from the sky for several days now. Last night, the planet Amal was gone. I think we did this already. Instead, a large fiery star blazed from the eye of the dragon. Even now, the dragon and scorpion are rising. What about ask about future? Darkness will lead you into a tomb. You will walk in fire, earth, water, and air, through temptation and at last into despair and desolation. Darkness will triumph unless you stop the last light. Maybe you should consider a new line of work and get out of this hero business. Have you considered accounting? Alright, that's enough. So, we can move on from this. Let's read our map. I suppose we can finally stop in and visit Isur. Let me just see what we have for cash. Not a lot. We didn't fight anything. No. So, actually, maybe we'll just wait and not bother him today. Let's ask about good day, a most pleasant one for those such as myself who like the heat, although most humans might find it hot. Simba here is more like a lion. He's having a wonderful time. Let's ask about Simba. He reminds me of a lion cub. Ask about lion. My name is Rasha Rakesh Shatarna. I am called Rakesh. I am of the Liontar people. The Sultan summoned me to Shapir to aid against dark magic. Yeah, we already did this. Ask about Tarna. The kingdom of Tarna lies to the southwest, many miles from here. I have not seen it for a very long time. That's enough. Let's move on. It's good sometimes to have Simba with Rakesh. Hard to feel like strong warrior when feeding baby. Maybe you and I do some practice with weapons today. That is probably all we will really do today, honestly, because we're kind of just waiting for things to kick off tomorrow. So why don't I pause after we finish here, and when I come back, I won't even use pills or anything. I'm just gonna rest at the inn all day. We'll listen to Omar speak tonight, and then get things started tomorrow. I think that's what we'll do. So yeah, when we come back, it should be nighttime, and we'll be ready to listen to Omar. All right, Omar is here. Thought I was going to have to sleep for an hour, but we were just told that if we sit, the poet will speak. See what he has to say. In the month of the serpent in the year of the Jinn, a shadow passed over the Cattail Inn. Astrologers foretell that doom shall come to dwell, and Shapir shall be but sand upon the wind. Comes the hero from the north, riding on the very air, and this is sign the first to then beware. For darkness soon shall fall, and shadow cover all, the city and the ones now living there. The first doom shall be fire, which shall burn the very stone. The next is air, and rocks are overthrown. Earth shall be the third, then the final doom is heard. The water gone, the city parched like bone. Unless the one called hero is a hero true indeed, who comes to help the city in its need, then we'll face the depths of doom in the darkness of the tomb. From the elemental's master, we are freed. Alright, let's go say hello. in our creepy, stealthy walk. We are most honored by your presence at our... Oh. Speak to poet. I am the poet, teller of tales, that all might hear, speaker of speeches, weaver of words for all should hear, giver of gossip, writer of rhymes, narrator of news. I am called Omar, teacher of truths, to all now near. The poet is a source of information and entertainment for the land. Jafar likes to translate for him, which I appreciate. Ask about Shapir. From the mountains whose tips touch the stars, to the city streets filled with bazaars, to the desert of flowing golden sand, a tapestry of art across the land. The beauty of this land must be experienced to truly appreciate it. How about Razir? The dark has touched her and has turned aside all things of light that once did there abide. Razir is left to crumble in despair, thus wickedness and folly now reside. But in the doer's arrogance and pride, the light grows ever stronger now outside. A hero strives to force the darkness back, and into morning shall be Razir's guide. The city of Razir has been overcome by darkness, yet there shall be a hero to return her to the light. I don't want to ask too much more. Ask about hero. You may ask, what is a hero? Yet the answer is very clear. He's the one that faces fear when the darkness gathers near. A hero will brave the very darkness for the needs of others. How about darkness? They keep capitalizing that. The darkness gathers, and a man then strives to do evil to another. Darkness thrives. The darkness smiles, and those it gathers fight, delighting darkness as it takes their lives. Darkness delights in doing evil. Okay, that's enough. Let's go to bed. You know, I forgot to eat dinner. Oh well. Hero friend, a most strange fire has been seen outside the inn. Take care as you leave. Sit. The Kata merchants could not set up in the plaza outside because of the fire this morning. Right. That is enough. So, come outside. Fire sale today. I sell you real wood burned by real fire elemental. Be the first on your block to own this. Alright, so the fire elemental is not actually present just yet. This is the first time where we have a day of kind of warning before it truly arrives, but it is here. It is good for someone to watch practice. So let's go around and try to get some information. Ask about fire elemental. Fire elemental be thing of bad magic. Even if it be stopped, more bad magic will come down until bad magic wizard be stopped. Wizard. Someone must be sending the bad magic that comes here. That wizard most likely be in Razir, since the bad things happen there first. Interesting. Let's see what Rakesh has to say. Oh, this guy's here. Oh. Sure. Let's give it a shot. Give Dinar. Let's slow things down a bit. All right. Climb a rope. Hopefully I do better than I did last time. I mean, I eventually got there, but took an awful lot of tries. Our agility is vastly improved, however. I doubt we'll waver more than a time or two. Ooh, that one almost got me. Almost there. Almost there. All right, very nice. Let's speed things back up. Collect your 5 dinars. You have the luck of the cat up. You cannot win on luck alone. Come. We shall again try our skills. No, I don't want to. Okay. Let's see. We have our friend here who knows a lot about magic. Let's ask keep on. Hello, bonjour, blah, blah, blah. Take your shoes off. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Ask about fire elemental. The fire elemental has a weakness for water. He lives in a fast lane, so you'll have to get him restrained if you want to make him remain, so that you can get him contained. To get the flame to smother, don't ask me, go ask another. So he does tell us that we'll need some water, and that we'll have to restrain him in some way. but ultimately says, I don't know a lot about fire. Go ask someone else. So how about Ziza? She is also very knowledgeable about magic and a little more helpful than Keepon is. Welcome, Shadow. Come in, sit down, and be welcome. Always be polite. Welcome. It's good to have a visitor who understands proper way to conversation. Yeah, that's right. We don't actually say sit. We just walk down. Shall we share tea? Yes. Very good. Now that we've shared tea, what is it that you have come to ask about? Fire elemental. Sometimes these conversations get kind of skipped. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but let's see. Perhaps it would be well to show you as well as tell you. The essence of fire is hunger. As long as there is something nearby to burn, it will be able to move freely. It can consume the very bricks which make up the floor of the plaza. Oops. The weakness of fire is water, but the elemental... unless you find some way to drive or lure the elemental away from the open plazas, where there is much it can burn, to a more confined area, you will not be able to use water against it to capture it. Once it is captured and contained, it behaves as a magical flame. How about ask about just fire in general? I'm not quite sure if that will help, but let's see. Okay. Mental, just in general. There are 4 basic elements which make up the universe: water, earth, air, and fire. An elemental is formed when magic shapes an element into the semblance of a living creature. Elementals are very powerful and destructive. They can be weakened by the contrary element, but they cannot be destroyed. Once weakened, the elemental can be captured. Once captured, the magical nature of that elemental can be used for helpful rather than harmful purposes. I don't think this will work. An elemental trying to escape will be drawn to a container of an appropriate nature. If there is no container, then it will either flee or dissipate and reappear elsewhere. A container can be created by choosing an appropriate receptacle for the element, such as a water skin for water. Once the element has entered the container, its magical essence will be retained. One who thus captures an elemental will have power over it to use as he pleases. Alright, I think that's enough for now. It's been a pleasure conversing with you. Perhaps we'll share tea again sometime. So we have one other individual here who maybe will be of help. So let's pop into the apothecary, who of course doesn't notice us when we first come in. Ask about fire. Did not notice you. Oops. So he just said, oh, did you hear about the fact that fire elemental is here? See how the flames react to incense. Fire is attracted to the things it burns because it is very vain. Incense would make quite a lure for a fire elemental. Now I must get back to work. If you see something which interests you, let me know. Ask about incense. This incense is made from the finest frankincense. It should attract the flame as the moth is attracted to it. There's only 70 centimes. Let's haggle for the incense, which he actually might just give to us. Very well. If it will save the city, you may take the incense. Nice. All right, now let's ask about fire elemental. See if we learn anything else. Fire glowing in the very semblance of a man, a marvel to behold, and yet a deadly peril as well. To understand the fire elemental, you must know the flame. Oops. All right, and I think if we ask about flame, it's the same as fire, and yeah, it does this whole thing again. All right, so we have a way to lure the fire elemental, but we lack a way to contain it thus far. And that... Whoa, hero, avocado, by speaking a trifle of your great riches for one of the baskets I... Blah, blah, blah. Awesome. Surely a great adventurer as yourself will need a lamp on your travels. Allow me to sell you the finest oil lamp in the land. Ask about lamp. My oil lamps will light the way through the darkest night. Surely an adventurer such as yourself would have need for such a thing. For you, Effendi, I would charge but 15 dinars. I don't know if this person has anything to say about fire. Nope. Okay. So, let's haggle lamp. Though it is far below the price I must pay for such an object, nonetheless, I am outbargained, and you shall have it for a mere 10 dinars. May this lamp light your darkness. Okay. So, we now have everything that we need to take care of the fire elemental when it arrives. But That will not be until tomorrow. So why don't we pause again, and I'll kind of waste the day away, and we'll come back in the morning and deal with the elemental. Hang on. All right, so did just a little bit of fighting with Uhura, and then actually went out into the desert, picked up some rocks, and did a touch of throwing training. Now, before bed, never a bad idea to just make sure you fill up your water skin. All right, now let's head back into the inn, go to sleep for the night, and then be a hero. So till dawn. Welcome, hero. Sit. Soon Shapir will be awash in flames. Hero, you must save us all again. Ask about Shapir. Alright, so ask about fire. A dreadful fire elemental stalks the plazas, burning all it touches. About fire elemental. Living flames which seek to consume everything. We shall be burned to cinders like a Saurus steak left too long on the grill. Alright, well, I'm certainly not going to save the city on an empty stomach. Hero, please take care of yourself. I worry for you. Oh, that's nice. Oops. Alright, so let's pop outside here. And we see the fire elemental. So what we're going to do is, oops, burn ourselves. We're going to use the incense, and we're going to try to lead the fire elemental into the tunnel here, but instead we're going to get killed. Yeah, actually, usually I'll slow down the animation so that it's a little easier to guide ourselves without getting burned up, which obviously I failed to do this time. So hang on a moment, I will be right back. Let's slow things down just a touch. And we don't actually have to get ourselves in position. He will do that for us. All right. Oops, I fucked up again. Oops, sorry. Hang on. All right, round 3. Slow down. I don't know the last time I messed this up once, let alone 3 times. Yeah, there you go. That's how that should look. Alright, so we want to go a little bit deeper. You have lured the fire elemental away from the plaza. Now you must try to weaken and capture it. Alright, so use water, and then use the lamp. And that is all she wrote. As you pick up the lamp and rub it, a small flame appears. When you rub it again, the flame goes away. You now have a magic lamp. Put the lamp safely away in your backpack. All right, very nice. So we can speed things up again. Hero of the North, 1,000 thanks for defeating the Thing of Flame. We were forced to flee for our lives when it set the stand of Alichica aflame. Yes, the added benefit of the Flame Elemental arriving is that Alichica is now gone, and we will not have to deal with him anymore. Let's see if Omar has anything to say. Or, Omar. Tell about fire. Oh, well, that's fine. Okay, I think we shall end things here with us having one out of 3 battles with the fire elemental. Probably when we next come back will be a couple of days later, and I'll just probably optimize most of our stats, or at least close to optimize them in that time. But until then, see ya.